Здравствуйте, everybody. I hope that you are fine in this very special period. I have to say that it's a bit strange, for me to be in front of my phone and not in front of my partners and friends. But, we have to adapt to this very special period. So, first of all, I would like to thank very much the University of Sechenov, especially Mrs. Makeva and dear Angelina, because they offer us, the opportunity to make a presentation about the handpieces. So here we will talk, about the different technology in the manufacturing of premium handpieces. So the first question, if I was a dentist or working in a cabinet, what makes an excellent handpiece for you? It means what are your requirements, expectations, and how do you choose this brand or this brand? So for us, we think that what is very important, this is the performance and efficiency of the handpiece. So one part of the handpiece, which is very important, this is a chuck system. The chuck system to be a very high precision ball locking and rotative drive mechanism system. And there are different chuck systems, from the different manufacturers. So the goal is that everything is very precise to reduce what we call the eccentricity. So the eccentricity, you can see on this slide, we made some tests. So in the beginning, when the handpiece is new, it's turning like a circle. But after the tests, it's going more and more in an ellipse, and after it makes that the work is not so precise. So you can see on this graphic that there are some brands where they have very good values when the handpiece is brand new, but after 40 cycles of 4 minutes at 200,000 RPM with a red contriangle, you can see that the eccentricity is increasing a lot. Let's continue about the performance and efficiency. There is another criteria. This is the lifetime of the handpiece. So here we made some tests on different contriangles. On the green contriangle that is used for the implantology. So we made some tests. You screw an implant. You are applying 70 Newton centimeter, which is quite strong. But these were the condition of the test we decided in our laboratory. And you can see that there are different brands. Some brands, the contriangle will be destroyed after around 500 cycles, other 1,100 and 1,600 cycles for the best one manufactured in Switzerland. So this means that, the lifetime could be 3 times better. So if you pay 10, 20, 30% more, but the lifetime is 3 times higher, we can say that the quality pays for itself. Let's move now to the doctor's comfort. There is a criteria about the operation field visibility. You can see that there are different handpieces with 1 source of light, 2 sources of light, and we developed, the dual look, which allows to reduce the shadow area. If you see on the picture, I think the difference is very clear. Let's continue about the doctor's comfort. So another point, this is the vibrations. So we made some study between different handpieces in different materials. So we tested especially the titanium instruments that you can find on the market more and more. It's true that titanium is a good material, it's biocompatible and so on. It allows to make light instruments. But we can see on this graphic that when we tried to remove an inlay at high speed, so at 200,000 RPM, we measured, the vibrations, and we can see that at 3,000 Hertz, there is a very big amplitude. So this kind of vibration was very high. It was a surprise for us, but this is not good for the elbow of the dentist, and there is a risk of the disease Of course, not after 3 days of using this titanium handpiece, but on the long term, it could damage. But the comfort, again, you know, that you have on the market different systems with different size and different weights. So BNR was the first to develop what we call the micro series, the shortest control angle in the world. And when you associate the control angle to a micromotor, after you can have quite long or short system. And we managed to develop systems which are 30% shorter and 23% lighter, which is important for the dentist because after many hours of work, it means less fatigue. Let's come back to the check system. You remember, so the check system, which is maintaining the burr. So we are talking about two forces, as you can see on the graphic. There is one force to maintain the burr, statically. So the norm says that it should be minimum 22 Newton. And we can see that there are brains, famous brains, that still do not respect this norm of 22 Newton. And there is another force, this is the force, we call it burr release force, which is necessary to open the push button, so to remove the burr. And this value should not be too high, otherwise it's quite difficult, you know, to remove the burr, and it's not comfortable for the doctors and assistants. So here, this is to find the best compromise to maintain well the burr in static, and to have a quite low force to open the check system. The cooling system, you can see also there are different systems on the market. We developed laser precision cooling system, and with up to 4 separate air-water sprays. So 4 sprays allow to have an optimal cooling. And as it's separated air and water, this allows to have the best cooling. Another point, this is the cool touch system to avoid the heat transmission. So you can see in a handpiece, in the head, there is a small ball. There could be a small ball which avoids, you know, to transmit the heat. If you don't have this system, the heat will be transmitted automatically in the push button, and which is not good for the patient and or the dentist. So you can see that on the graphic. If you apply even a small load, you know, on the push button during the operation, then after the heat can be transmitted very fast. And you can see that we reach temperature which are very high, like 60, 70, 80 degrees in just a few seconds. So what could be, you know, the consequences of that? You can see on the picture that if accidentally the dentist will touch, you know, the patient, here you can see big damages. And also, if the dentist, you know, is in contact with this push button during the work, he could also get some pain. Now, just a few words, you know, about the BNR company. So we are located in Switzerland, in the west part. So why we are located there? Because this is the Watch Valley. And in the Watch Valley, you have many people who have the competencies to make very small parts, very small spare parts, and after to assemble them. So the tolerances are very low. We are talking about a few micrometers. And we have some people who are coming from Omega or Rolex coming to BNR or other way, because this is the same know-how. And this is how we can make handpieces of very high quality. We are using high technology production tools like this humanoid robot. So this is the first one in BNR. And this robot is doing tasks, you know, to replace a human. Here the robot is making some operation concerning the rotors and with some chemical products. So it's better that it's done by by a human or in a robot. And the last slide, this is to explain that BNR is really focused on innovation. Our goal is to try to make unique worldwide products like this iShiro Pro. iShiro Pro, is the only one physiodispenser in the world which is connected with an iPad, because the iPad in the future can be connected to other devices by Bluetooth, for example, and exchange the data, so that it will be much easier for the dentist to collect the data in only one place and after to assure a perfect traceability. Good, okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you again to Sechenov University, and I wish everybody to be healthy in this very special period. Thank you again, спасибо. Bye-bye, до свидания.